Hey folks, Kevin here. Well, it's December 23rd, 2020, and today's video is about repairing our LG microwave. This is the first time I've had a problem with this microwave, and I think we've had it 3 or 4 years now. It's hard to recall. You've probably seen some of my videos repairing our washing machine, our dryer. I've actually had to replace the element, a fuse, and the thermostat and the dryer again this year. I've had to replace the control panel on the range. The dishwasher, I can't remember what I repaired in that, and that was just at the end of last year, just about this time. But the other day I noticed a problem with the microwave 1 week ago. When I went to warm something up, I put in the time and I hit start, and I couldn't hear it. I couldn't hear it actually doing any cooking at all. The light lit up and the dish did not rotate on its axis. So I went ahead and did a quick little bit of investigating, and when I grabbed the handle of it, the thing that I noticed was the microwave took off and started working. So I told Thea, I said, geez, it looks like the microwave's going to break down here pretty soon. Fortunately, we have a backup microwave. It's a small one. It's one that we've had since the 80s, and that one's never broken. And I went ahead and got that one out because this one stopped working the very next day. And I got that out. And at that point I decided, and I did get some of the parts in, some switches where there's some simple trip switches that when the door closes on the microwave, there's two little prongs to the door that actually go inside of the panel behind this console, and it trips 3 different switches. So I ordered the switches and only one of the switches came in, and I said, well, I'll take it apart. I went ahead and took it apart. Now I'll go ahead and record how I'm going to take it apart this time. And it looked like the switches were actually good, but at the same time that I ordered the switches, I ordered the receptacle for each of these switches. So there's 3 switches on this receptacle here, and I have all 3 switches. They're 2 different types, and I wasn't sure if this apparatus, which has a couple of mobile. It has one mobile arm that actually deflects up and turns one of the switches, and when the door goes in and closes, the inner parts of the door handle itself set down and depress the other 2 switches. So I went ahead and put it back together and just waited, and today the rest of the parts came in. You could see repairs like this online. I didn't see any this time for repairs for this piece of equipment. But the order that I went about deciding what to do with this is, number one, I thought, geez, it's probably just a simple switch, and these things can't be too hard to replace. I have taken apart microwaves before and saved parts, but during clean-out periods, either I got rid of them or I can't find them. But one of the things you do is, this is an LG. The model number is right up here, and I took a picture of that with my phone, put it in my Evernote file for, and I'm not sure, is this thing still staying on me? I put it in my Evernote file, so I have that forever. So it's a record-keeping phone computer application that you can keep every place. So then I looked up the part numbers, and I looked for the switches, and I discovered that there was this the switch receptacle apparatus that actually interacts with the door itself when it closes. Now there is a little bit of adjustment to it, but that's what I'm going to do now. I did, because this was broken down and we had the small 1980s microwave, I decided to order another backup one. So the other one's on the other side of the countertop over behind the camera. But my philosophy with things, if you can swing it financially, you know, when something breaks down, if you only got one of the units, you've got none left. And we are pretty dependent on using a microwave. Now, could we use the range? Could we use one of those toaster ovens? Could we use a panini machine? We have several different things, but the microwave is so fast and easy for so many of the cooking things that we do every day, warming things up. Thea cooks on her days off and cooks up all our big meals for the week. The microwave works out really well. So I ended up checking out, I got a Panasonic microwave that's a pretty good size one, just a countertop one, so we can always have as a backup. So if you have two backups, if one breaks down, you've still got an extra backup. And that's what I always try to have, if at all possible, if it's reasonable, if it's within your budget. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the helmet cam on. Oh, what are the tools that I'm going to use? So I know I'm going to need a couple of Phillips screwdrivers. I got one stubby one, so once I get inside the panel, it'll be tough to get in there. If one of the wires gets back in there, deep in there, I'm going to use, basically similar to a hemostat. It's a surgical soft tissue instrument. And I got a pair of needle nose pliers as well. My camera keeps going out of focus, I think. Needle nose pliers if I need those. A small flashlight because it's pretty tight working in there. And I have my smartphone. So with the smartphone, one of the things I'll do is I've decided what I'll do is I'll take off the wires that hook to the back of this console, and there's several different plugs that go on there, and some of them that could get cross-wired. So I'll take a picture of it before I disassemble the console, and we'll take it from there. So those are the tools that we've got. I've got a stool here to get up on as well, and so I'll put the helmet cam on and see what we can record and see if I can get this fixed. Otherwise, I'm just out another 28 bucks. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is a microwave I'm going to attempt repairing here in just a moment. I'm going to use my stool to get the top screws from up above and unplug it. Here's the backup microwave that we've got here to use in the meantime, even if I don't get this fixed. So let's see what we can do. Alright, let's go ahead and unplug it first. That's always best to start out with. And these things usually aren't all that difficult to repair. Patience. Pearl. Come on, Timmy. It's okay. Timmy picks on the girls. Alright. Good girl, namaste. Okay, I can put the powers off, top screws are out. Open up the door. Now, one of the things, there is a small amount of play in the door, and I don't know if there was that much play before, but there was. So I've taken out the two top screws here, and there's a hassle yesterday getting this out of this little. I may have to get back up on the stool again. And did I bring my not now, namaste. Okay, I had to slide it sideways. Okay, so that's the plastic upper part. Here's the air filter here, a screw right here to hold this console in place. All right, now this should just pop up. Yep. Now, there are little zip ties on all of these things in here. Unfortunately, it's a real pain to get at. But right now, before I go any further, I'm going to bring my camera up and take a couple of pictures. Okay. So some of these plugs are on here so solid. I can see a little better now. Alright, oh, that's actually much better now. I can probably work in here and get that out now. Okay, so I need the stubby nose Phillips screwdriver right here. And it is sharp metal in here. I cut my hand the other day. Okay. Alright, now this has got to go up and then curl around here some. Alright. This set down again. Oh, I see. Be real careful with these circuit boards and the wires too, because man, that little bugger just does not want to come out. Can I? Almost. Oh, I see. There's wires here. Trying to get... Alright, now I might be able to get it out. Okay. Alright. Come on, bugger. Man, this baby is really on there. There's no other snaps or anything there. I'm going to get a flat screwdriver. Come, Timmy. There's a flat one. I wasn't prepared. These things just do not want to come off. Oh, I'm using a lot of force trying to get this bugger off of here. Man, I'm really forcing this. Yep, there's no snaps or anything holding that in. Let's see if these other ones, that one comes out okay. Alright, so that's the middle one. That one went out just fine. How about this one here? Man, these things do not want to come apart. That one's starting to come out. Man, that baby's on there. Starting to bend it in different positions to see if that makes a difference, but I don't see that it makes any difference whatsoever. You know, these may have not the green one, it'll be one of these red ones. No, I don't see a locking part on this. Man. Well, they are bound together. The top one wants to come out, but that lower one doesn't. I know some units have a little clip that has to be pressed. Let's see how you could. There's no hole in the plastic to be. So does it push up or push down that little tab? I've seen where there's a little lock pin on the end before, but never something quite like this. Well, it does have a little tab down there. All right. Zip tie right there. I'm going to take that one off. All right. Now, let's see if we can get this back up in there with a little more ease. Make sure I don't pull any of the wires out of there. Alright, so, I gotta get these so that they're not okay. Make sure I'm not losing any of my wires here. Okay, I think everything's okay there. Now, actually, so that's going. Is that where I need it right there? It's looking pretty close. Not quite. It's got to come in here more. There's where it's got to be, right there. Lines up beautifully. Hold that. These are the times I wish I had smaller hands. Now if I don't get this lined up properly, there's going to be issues. So I'm not going to snug it up yet. I have no wires pinched in between this lever here. It looks just about right there. I'm just going to finger tighten it right there. Never know how much of the camera, how much is actually getting in the camera when I'm doing this. I think this is the spot. Okay. switches are in. Double check and make sure all the wires look like they're still connected, still snug. They all look good. Now this is the way up. Get my camera, get the photos. Now orient myself. So this, I believe, goes right down there. Just want the green. No, that is not the one that goes there. It is this one here. No, it's not that one either. All right, let's look at these. That's the next one there. Let's see, two of that. Okay, got the blue, got the white. Do I have another one like that? Yeah, so this one here goes up over there, and this one here goes right here. Just got to make sure that the white that crosses over. Where's the one? Alright. The one that's closest. I think that's the way. Yellow is towards the outside over there. That's why it looks. Let me just turn it that way. Now the question is, do I have this one backwards, or that's the only question I have. There's two wires on the outside. Where there are two wires on the outside here? Looks like there's just one there and two on the other side. Man, some of these switches are just a pain to get up and off. Geez, it seems like it's just that way, doesn't it? As I turn it this way. No, this way. So I think it actually goes this way. So it looks like a single white wire on this side and two on the other side when we have the yellow here. Okay, I think that's okay. Alright, so I think this one's got to go up over here. Double check that. And yes, that one's right. Now I have two more wires. Where are the rest of the wires? So we got this one here. So it's white is up with the blue. And that goes into which one here? Goes into the maroon one. White up, maroon. Now, is there another wire I'm missing here? Because I think those are all the ones I had off, and there wasn't anything in this one. Make sure I didn't trap one behind. Is there another wire someplace here? So I see one more plug, and I didn't take a picture of any. So if I'm right, okay, so that's on there now. Double check this. So no, nothing was there before I took it apart. Okay, we'll turn the phone off. Well, it'd be nice if this actually works. Okay. Time to take the glasses off so I can actually see what I'm doing. I don't need this light on right now, I guess. Okay. Power's on. She works. Good. Light. Fan. Okay. What time is it? 3:42. Clock. So the repair went pretty well. I'm hoping that the GoPro helmet cam did come out. It was difficult in there. One of the tools that really worked out very well is using the camera on the phone to take some quick photos and see where all the cables attached to the control panel, the back of that. That part worked out pretty well. I did have to remove a couple of the zip ties that hold the cables together so I could get it extended enough and get the control panel enough out of the way so I could work in there. The part that I took out, the door receptacle here, which when the actually door comes in here, it can come down and hit this switch right here. You probably can hear that. So that switch sounds fine. When the door goes in, it hits the upper switch. That switch sounds fine. And the lower switch. All of these seem like they're working, but this plastic part right here that wiggles back and forth, that seems loose, where that would go up and hit the middle switch here. I did have to be careful, get it realigned, get the cable connectors. But the one big challenge I had was with these, with the upper and the lower switches here that have the lower, connector for the wiring harness. And boy, there's a hole in each one of these wire tabs that come out in the switch, and it appears that there's a small plastic tab that has to be picked up, but it's inside of a plastic housing, and until you get the plastic housing really pulled back, there's no way of popping up that that little metal tab that fits in the hole here. That was a real hassle. I ended up having to pull the wire tab out of the plastic housing in order to get it hooked up. I'm not sure if it showed up or not, but the microwave works, so I can open and close it. Everything's turning on and working. Stops when that's important too, making sure that it stops when I pull it off, and I put everything back together and everything worked out okay. Not sure if we're going to post this, but hopefully it's helpful to someone. This part here with the 3 switches, which is the part that I actually needed, that I think was just about $10. Each one of these switches were about $6 a piece. So that's $18 there, and maybe this was $10, shipping and tax included. So I really only needed this part, but I didn't realize that the switches came as part of this part here. So if you were to order this, I would say if you can, get the whole part and just replace the whole part. And if anyone's got an idea of how to release the metal tabs inside of that plastic housing, please share a link with me. I'd really like to see just how that's done. Describing it, I could describe it, but that's not the best way to do it. I think actually showing how you would lift that tab within that plastic housing in order to get it to release from the switch tab itself. So if you found this of value, please give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. And by all means, folks, stay safe, take good care of yourselves, social distancing, wear your mask, wash your hands, protect yourself and your loved ones as well. Take care now. Bye-bye.